Hello and welcome. My name is Tori. I'm a tarot reader at the Imperial Media Network here, and we're going to do a quick 10-day reading for you. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. Off the bat, I'm feeling excitement. I'm feeling joy. I'm feeling beauty. So I don't know what's going to happen for you in the next 10 days, but you never know. Now, as all readings you should watch on any platform, honestly, use your discernment. If it's meant for you, it'll stick out. You know, one of those type of things. All right, so let's get started here. What is your current energy going into the next 10 days? Now, the next 10 days for me would be July, from the end of June until July. Yesterday, I turned 37. Um, so we're gonna hopefully start that out with a bang. So let's see what's your current energy, spirit. What is the current energy for the collective, for the Empirates, for the Imperial courts? What is the current energy? We have solar plexus chakra. Okay. So already this gives the vibe of moving into, from like what's what I'm looking for, from like stagnation to movement, confidence, a fiery passion. It gives very much that you're about to be in a whole other direction, somewhere you didn't think you were gonna go, somewhere you weren't sure you were going to be. This could be based off some sort of dream that you have, or some sort of dream that you're opening up to. But definitely, I do feel like there is something opening up for you here that you didn't really expect to encounter. Um, 15 is very significant. Now, 1 plus 5 is 6, so that could be happening in about 6 days or so. Um, or it can honestly just be you may have met somebody on the 15th and they're going to actually pull through here. Or you might have a dream about them soon. A dream about them soon. All right, Spirit, what else do we have? What is our current energy now? It's giving very much moving into action. Confidence. Current energy, Spirit. Intuition. I love this. And the reason why I love this is because it gives very much, you're moving into a very guided place. You're probably following your intuition beautifully. You're probably thinking about your steps before you move into them. And you're probably thinking, maybe this isn't for me. Maybe that's a thought process you've had. Sorry, my screen is right here. Maybe that's a thought process you have had recently. However, I'm here to tell you that you're following your intuition. Everything you're doing right now, you're guided to do. You have passion on the bottom, and I already said something about passion earlier. I think it's a lot of joy coming your way, a lot of excitement, a lot of like movement in the right direction here. Now, what is coming for you? What is coming for you? We're gonna use my personal deck that I have made myself for this. Um, all right, what is coming for the collective here, Spirit? What is coming for the collective for the next 10 days? Next 10 days, whenever you're seeing this. 10 days, whenever you're seeing this. All right, what's coming for the collective, Spirit? What is coming for the collective? We start with the Empress of Coins. You know what this gives? Abundance. This gives like the creation of something. It does give the beginning stages of wealth, an online business taking off, a nice work-life balance. This gives like, for some of you, this next 10 days is going to show you that what you're doing isn't in vain. We have the 3 of Cups on the bottom. The word joy sticks out to me on that too. Joy is all over the place. Joy is all over the place. And I think we need to understand that this joy is going to not just come from within, it's going to come from outward. It's going to come from outward. Spirit, what else is happening in the next 10 days? Next 10 days, Spirit, what is going on? 3 of Cups. 3 of Cups. I know you saw me shuffling. Three of Cups for the next 10 days. So definitely there's some sort of like gathering, celebration. For some of you, it is a union, reunion. Happy times. All right, Spirit. What else is happening in the next week or 10 days? Spirit, give us another card for the next 10 days. Duchess of Wands. This is the Page of Wands in my deck. Courage, optimism, faithfulness. You're gonna get some good news. Some good news that's going to push you in the proper direction. Some good news that's gonna open up your eyes to whatever you've been doing to move forward here. Now, this good news may come from a source you didn't expect. We have the Nine of Coins on the bottom, which and we have Divine Baddie, followed by Strength and Power. We'll just do these two. Divine Baddie, and we have the Nine of Coins on the bottom. You know what that tells me? You've been working hard on something, and if you are, I mean, once again, we all have these energies in us, so don't attack me in the comments. But definitely, I do feel like you're getting into your Divine Baddie era, creation, a fertility, birthing something. Now, that's not necessarily birthing a child, so relax. But you are getting into creation era here. All right, now let's get some clarifiers for these things here. Spirit, what can we go here? Spirit, can you clarify the Empress of Cups coins, please? Ooh, we have the Five of Coins. Of Five of Coins, Five of Cups. If I could read correctly today, that'd be nice. You may have experienced a lot of loss, a lot of regret. And you might even be going through something where you think you may have been abandoned or it's like an unwelcome circumstance. But here's the thing, those circumstances that you're in are going to lead you to abundance. It's giving that like you're about to give up energy, but giving up is going to lead you straight to abundance. All right, why is the Three of Cups here, Spirit? What are we having to celebrate? Ooh. We have the Empress of Wands. Okay, so we have you're attracting something. Your celebration here is you're attracting something that's very magnetic. Like you're bringing in something that you didn't really expect to bring in. You're being more loyal to yourself, and because you're more loyal to yourself, you're about to bring in a whole crop of people to see something, to you have the Nine of Cups on the bottom. Dreams come true. Yeah, you're bred to bring in somebody like to see something, or like it's like, for example, if you're a content creator, you're starting to post content that it's actually what you should be posting, and you're about to bring people in. That's the type of thing I'm saying here. It's the whole trusting yourself energy, and because you've been trusting yourself and you got out of that sadness and remorse, that you're actually turning around, and you're actually like about to bring in something here. Now, why is the Duchess of Wands here, Spirit? Seven of Coins. Seven of Coins. Things coming to fruition. Hard work paying off. For some of you, this could be just getting some random money, but I'm saying profits. You're really gonna start getting money. On the bottom, we have Duchesses, the Duchess of Orders, which is the Page of Swords. In my deck, I do feel like ideas are going to be running, planning is happening, all kinds of things are happening in order to move forward here. So as far as your next 10 days, look out for that. Look out for that. I do think your next 10 days are going to be very expansive, very, what's the word I'm looking for, it's like a turning point for your next 10 days. All right, now, all right, I gotta write these down too. So I shoot everything in one take. I shoot everything in one take. All right, so now we're gonna look at love for your next 10 days. So let's look at love for the next 10 days, and we're gonna go with the same process here. I'm gonna switch it up just a smidge because I may have forgot something there. But love for the next 10 days, Spirit. What's going on for love in the next 10 days? Love in the next 10 days, Spirit. You got solar plexus again. Oh, and everything's shuffled because yeah, everything's shuffled. You got solar plexus again. So interesting about that enough. That's about movement, confidence, courage. You're definitely you're on fire. Let's put it this way: you are on fire. You're 100% on fire here. I don't see anything crazy with that. Let's shuffle again because I want to make sure I don't get the same cards. All right, Spirit, what do we have for the next 10 days? What else do we have in love for the next 10 days? Creativity, imagination, passion. On the bottom, we have guidance. So your next 10 days, I do believe, are going to be a lot about, as far as love, it's giving very much that, like, your current energy is, you feeling yourself. You feeling yourself and expressing how you feel. Excuse me, if you know anything about me, I channel energies and I yawn. I apologize. But I do believe your next like love energy here is definitely you putting that energy into yourself, which is why I think something is about to come in for you. On the bottom, we have the 7 of Coins with spiritual baddie again. So let's see what the cards have to say. Spirit guide, angel guides, and ancestors. What do we have for love in the next 10 days? Love in the next 10 days. The Chariot. Very Cancer card. Chariot's always about success. Progress. Hard work paying off. Moving in the right direction. Focus. I think for you, the next 10 days, it's going to be a lot of progress as far as like you becoming the person that you need to be for someone. In some cases, I do think that you might meet somebody who could be a Cancer or have like Cancer rising or a moon. There's a lot of movement forward here, though. What else we got here? The Hermit. Okay, I like that. Now, the Hermit to me is always about taking a step back. Taking a step back. You could be in this energy right now of feeling lonely, feeling secluded, but you're soul searching. Also, the word patience pops out, which makes a lot of sense. It's like you're moving towards something, but you need to have a lot of patience. But there's some inner guidance here. All right, Spirit, what else do we have for your next 10 days in love? Your next 10 days in love. Oops, okay. I almost had one, but I'm going to take both of these. We have the High Priestess and Divine Death. Now, for some of you, you are going to be rekindling love with someone. And this is not for everyone, but there's a new beginning here as far as love is concerned. This is a fast and sudden change, but you have to let go of something in order to bring something in. We also have the High Priestess about your intuitive knowing, your knowledge here. Let me put this right here. Your knowledge. Now, I do want to make a point here. You've got all major arcanas for your love reading. If you know anything about tarot, your major arcanas are the love sector. Um, I'm not. I'm sorry. Don't mind what I just said. Your major arcana are major milestones. So I do think you're gonna meet somebody. You are gonna have some sort of rebirth as far as the idea of love for yourself. That it may come from a person. It may come from just you loving yourself. But either way, it's on its way. On the bottom, we have the hanged person stuck. Stuck, and you also have justice too. You had all major arcanas here, and I think that is absolutely beautiful. But we have stuck. We have feeling trapped. You once again, I think you feel like something isn't happening for you, or isn't going to happen for you. But in all reality, it is about to pop up. Um, Spirit, let's get clarifiers here. Can you clarify this energy, Spirit? Why do we have the chariot here, Spirit? Chariot? Strength and power, courage, confidence, inner strength. I feel like because you have tamed that beast inside of you, you're about to actually see movement forward. For a lot of you, this beast that you've tamed here can just be specific desires. I mean, once again, I don't judge. Do what you want. But for some of you, it could just be noticing that you, I don't know, smoke crack on Saturday. Maybe you're gonna be like, oh, I'll smoke crack on Tuesday. So, not that exactly. Let's be real. Not that exactly, but that idea of things. It's like you're noticing patterns that you have that aren't really that healthy, and you're getting rid of them. That's what I meant by taming inner beast. I mean, if you're smoking crack, that's on you. Just remember to get clean at some point. So the hermit here, we have five of orders. Five of orders. Five of orders is always about like defeat. It's about self-sabotaging behavior. Like I said, I feel like lack of communication too. Somebody could have been communicating with somebody and just stopped. But I do feel like with the combination of these two, you're just changing your bad habits. You have changed bad habits. You have changed bad thought processes. You have just moved on in general in life here, and you're about to be rewarded for that. I do think you're about to be in a relationship. I don't know if there's a person coming. I don't really feel that. I feel you building up to somebody showing up in the next 10 days. Once again, I can't guarantee that. For some of you, I do think there is going to be somebody that pops up. But for most of you, this is just a building up to meet that person type of deal. We have the Emperor of Wands. Loyalty, attraction, unexpected income. I think then the Three of Wands here, which is always about like waiting. And then we have the Ace of Cups. Yeah, I think you're building up to meet someone. When I say building up to meet someone, it's like you're doing the necessary soul work for you to bring in your soul connection. For some of you, this is a twin flame connection. Not everybody has a twin though. Let's be real. I'm gonna be one of those people. Not everybody has a twin. Some people are not meant to be with that twin. If you think you have a twin flame connection, that is something between you and your higher power to talk about. Nobody can tell you what that is. All right, let's get some. I also made an oracle deck, and that's what we got right here. Spirit, what do you have going on here? Can you give us some oracle cards for love in the next 10 days? You start with Palace of Orders. I put palaces in here, and now these are places that this person could be, that this person could embody. To this person or you could be in Russia. I got Moscow and St. Petersburg. You could be in Wales, Cardiff, Wales, I believe is the capital of Wales. In the UK. I have London on here, London, England. China, Japan, Ethiopia, Sweden. There's just a few places on that card. I don't really have any American cities, to be honest, except for San Francisco. San Francisco is the only American place that I have. So if you're American, you might meet somebody international. I don't know. But you could embody the idea, or somebody can have a background of these places, or you could be traveling to these places at some point too. But I do think there was a specific word in there that might have popped out to you. If that word popped out to you, it was for you. It was for you. I feel like that was specific for somebody. And I just dropped a card. What else we got here, Spirit? Love for the next 10 days. We have the first house. This actually makes a lot of sense. The first house is about your first impressions. It's about self. It's about body. It's about self-image. It's about awareness, opinions. I do think the word famous on here too. So somebody could be getting famous. Maybe using their body to get famous. Don't ask me what that is. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. But maybe you're using your body to get famous. Um, but I definitely do feel that because you're self-aware, something is coming in for you. Because you've been focusing on yourself, something is coming in for you. What else do you have for me, Spirit? Love for the next 10 days. We have Leo. Now, this person could embody the idea of Leo. We have Libra on the bottom as well. So this person could be a Leo or a Libra, or they just embody those ideas. Now with Leo, I do feel like this person is somebody who is very confident. This could also be you too. Leo's also like very regal, very royal. I'm a Leo rising, if that makes any sense. This person can also be a Leo rising, very playful, confident, loving, all those type of things. Excuse me. So definitely, this person could be embodying a fire sign, or you could be embodying a fire sign. Now, Libra on the bottom there gives a lot of energy towards success. Libras are the most successful zodiac, I would say, as far as like money wise. So either you or this person could be very successful, very socially aware, charming, charming. But there's a little bit of judgment there. A little bit of judgment there. Libra is probably one of the most judgmental signs. But they're like my experiences with Libras, is they will definitely come in, they'll smash, and then they'll disappear for 6 months until they need to smash again. But they will ignore you. So if you have a Libra man, good for you, and I feel for you, and I won't ever do that shit again. I can't say that because I'm not gonna hold you. Some of it was really good, but that's beside the point. So that's what your love energies are for the next 10 days. There we go. All right. Okay, so let's put all the cards back really quick, and then we'll start doing your career energies for the next 10 days. Now, what's funny is when it comes to career, I feel like your career is something that you are very focused on, like career, and that's all the part of self-improvement. So let's see what the Spirit's got for you. Career, Spirit, what's going on in career for the next 10 days? We start out with action. Oh, what did I just say? Discipline, movement, perseverance. Some of y'all could be dancers. Once again, this goes back to that whole using your body energy, body image energy. But I do think you have a movement on the bottom. I had to cover physical health. You could definitely be, what's the word I'm looking for? Going through a glow up. But when it comes to this energy here, I do feel like Currently, you're making all the steps. You're making all the steps. You're making all the steps to make a lot of money at some point. And then forgiveness popped out. I don't necessarily think that's forgiveness for another person. That's forgiveness for, because I mean, sometimes we have to let go of feelings, ideas, and things that happened in the past to move forward here. And I do have communication on the bottom, so you could you could be getting some communication about an opportunity here. I'm just dropping things all over the place, so we're just gonna pick that up. There we go. So you might be getting some communication about something that you may have forgotten, or maybe somebody's gonna communicate. Like I don't know. For some of you, you could have that person that's coming in, um, communicating to you about something, some sort of work opportunity, some sort of work action. What's going on for career, spirit? Let's get career going. What's going on for career? Career. What's going on for career, spirit? Start with the Seven of Coins. We saw the Seven of Coins early. Now, the Seven of Coins always talks about things coming to fruition, hard work paying off, and this is what this gives. This is what this gives: planning, growing, making investments. What's going on? What else we have for career for the next 10 days, Spirit? Ooh. I have two. Okay. They fell on the ground, so we have spiritual teacher and we have the sun. Now, for those of you that own a spiritual business, I do think you're gonna start seeing some clientele come through, like high paid clientele too. But with the sun and spiritual teacher, which is the Hierophant, I do see manifestations. I'm seeing success. I'm seeing beliefs where you're believing in your own success. You're believing the success that you believed in all along, but because no one else in your energy believed in you, is why this is big. I feel like you're gonna reach a goal too. There's gonna be a lot of happiness within this next 10 days. What else you got, spirit? One more. Eight of Coins, dedication. For some of you, if you're self-employed, it could be that. You may have mastered a skill, mastered a trade. You're building some sort of business. I think whatever you're doing, and I think I just said that a couple minutes ago, like you're gonna start seeing some clientele come through. I think you're about to switch. There's like a little switch that's happening. Like if you're in a job you don't like right now, you're about to switch that. You're about to switch that. Five of Cups is a remorse. I do think that you might be in a situation where you're feeling like I don't like this, and you're trying to change your situation, but I think it's I think the stars are aligning. The stars are aligning. That's where we're at. The stars are aligning right now. All right, can you clarify the Seven of Coins, please, Spirit? Okay, we have the Temperance, patience, tranquility, peace. Here's the thing: is I feel like you're about to be at peace here, because whatever situations you've had before this, it definitely wasn't it. It's giving very much you had a job that you hated, and because of that job you hated, you weren't allowed to do things that you felt like you needed to do. You're gonna be able to do these things. P.S. I see the sun in a lot of these cards. Some energies I also have is Venus, which is the planet of love and money. I have a lot of Taurus energy as well. So you could be moving into like a Taurusy type job, which those are more like cultivated in finance for the most part. Somebody could be doing a lot of finance. If you're not doing finance, you're definitely doing something with either the earth or it could be food. Tauruses are big on food. All right, anyway, that's just a sidebar. Jupiter is expansion, so you are expanding here. Okay, what else do we have? Why do we have the sun and spiritual teacher? Seven of Cups. Opportunities. Opportunities. Choices. Multiple streams of income is what I'm hearing. You might have a lot of 7 is here, so a lot of sevens are very significant. But you definitely have a lot of things coming. A lot of things coming that are going to be beneficial for you. Very beneficial or wishful thinking. I thought I had 6 of Cups. That's nostalgia. It's also support. You might be getting some support from someone or from a group of people. But definitely that's very interesting here. All right, what else do we have? Spirit. What else do we have, Spirit? 8 of Cups. Why is it here? Three of Wands. Hard work. That's happy with the choices that you made. That's a little bit of travel. Your ships are coming in. You could be, once again, there's 2 cards. There's a lot of things about travel here too. You could be going abroad. We have the 4 of Orders on the bottom, which is always about regrouping and overwhelmed. I don't think that's necessarily what's going to happen. I think you're that way now. I think you're regrouping and you feel very overwhelmed. There's a lot of fear that you might be stepping into, but you need to get over that fear. Oh my God, absolutely. Even with the Emperor of Orders and then the 4 of Coins, get over that fear. Get over that fear. It's like there's a fear of you only having this money for a little bit of time, and that could be because maybe when you had this amount of money before, it never came back. But there's a fear here. There's a fear of this not being what you think it is. Let that fear go. You gotta let that fear go. Gotta let that fear go. All right, Spirit, can I have some? What are some? Ugh. Sorry, this side of my face hurts right now. What are some oracle cards here? That's what that word I was looking for. Oh, we have the new. So the Nemesis is what I put in here. This is the card that I put in. It's about your intuition. Follow your intuition. Spiritual truths. You've done the shadow work. You're moving into an area where you didn't really expect. There's a lot that source is teaching you, a lot that you've been learning. Leo is on the bottom again. With Leo on the bottom, that makes me feel like you're definitely moving into some sort of like spotlight here. With the sun there too, you're moving to some sort of spotlight. I'll take both of them. We have Neptune in the 12th house. Both of these cards, in fact, Neptune rules the 12th house, which is both ruled by Pisces. Here's the thing is visions. Your visions are very important right now. Your dreams are very important right now. They're coming true, but there's a lot of karma that you need to resolve. And I don't think it's necessarily like physical karma. I think this is more like your thought process. Now I wrote on here prison work. The 12th house is about prison. And I think you're in a mental prison. And I think the more that you have a vision towards where you want to go, the more you're able to get out of that mental prison. But the word dreams is on both of these. Dreams are coming true for you. There's a dream that is coming true, whether it's you wanted to be a boxer and you're actually starting to get the notoriety as a boxer. Sorry, that card wasn't supposed to be in there. So the notoriety as a boxer, and that's how that's gonna work. We need one more Spirit. Come on, one more. That actually works. So that was Place of Orders again. I feel like it didn't need to be here. Although you could be traveling to one of those places. If you're watching this and you think your love is going to coincide, you could be traveling to one of those places I said earlier. London, England is very specific. I don't know why it keeps popping up. You could be going to London, England. We have Saturn. Saturn is about wisdom. It's about discipline. It's about responsibility, structure, and we have North Node on the bottom. You're moving in the path here to move forward in your life. The North Node's always about development. It's about your purpose. You're about to walk into your purpose, and I think you unknowingly know that, and you kind of consciously know that as well. But you're about to walk into your purpose. Interesting, interesting. All right. Next, we're going to talk about the challenges that you may face while going into this week. And then we'll talk about some advice. So, Spirit, what are some challenges that the collective, the Imperial Court, may face going into this week? What are some challenges? 9 of Coins. Now, the 9 of Coins is very interesting to me as a challenge. And the reason why it's interesting as a challenge is because the word indulgence is on there. And I think more the challenge is to not look at this, whatever this blessing is, as something that's going to go away. Like this business is here to stay, and you can't look at it as it's only going to be good for now, because in reality we have no idea what is going to be good. So treat this business like every single day is about to happen. I see independent wealth. I see independence, financial stability, security. I think you may be afraid that this is not going to last. And I think I got that vibe in the career reading a few minutes ago. You may be afraid that that's not going to last. We have the 4 of Wands. Celebration. It's also about stability. Surprise. As a challenge, though, I feel like for you specifically, once again, you may not celebrate this because you think that this is just going to go away, that this isn't going to be exactly like this forever, that is not going to be here at all. You think that this is, and this is possible, you think that this is just not it. Not it. Which I can see, but it 100% is. And we have strength and power. As a challenge, though, I do think you are going to have to challenge yourself to have that confidence to move forward. You're going to need to challenge yourself to have that confidence to open up the ideas here. On the bottom, we have Duke of Coins, which is always about beginning something, an unexpected source of money. Like it's giving very much that if somebody gives you like $6,000, you're gonna be afraid to spend any of it, that because you're only afraid of your security, which I understand. But remember, at the end of the day, I think you were given whatever this is for a reason. And that reason could just simply be to spend it. That reason could simply be to get you on that path of stability. I believe there's no such thing as a wrong decision. Yes, you have decisions that do take you a little bit off track, but you eventually get to the same place. I feel like you can't believe in God, source, universe, whatever you believe in, if you don't believe that every decision you make is already has been designed in every single way. You cannot believe that. Or at least my mind, you cannot believe that. Okay, now some advice. We're going to use Moonology cards for the advice here. All right, get some advice here, Spirit. Can I have some advice, please? You start with the last quarter moon and Virgo, attuned to details. Here's the thing. Virgo is very analytical. I think the more you think about things, the more you digest them, the more you open up to them, the better off things are going to be. We have the first quarter moon in Aries. Step into your power. And I feel like the universe with that one is giving you very much of like, I'm going to try to tone this down. Um, Forget what they say, energy. You do what you need to do for you. Step into the power of yourself. Is there a song Dancing in the Moonlight? Is that a thing? It might be a thing. I'm gonna see if it is, and if it is, I'm gonna add it to the video as like a song. So there might be a song attached to this video. That the song may be for someone. Unleash your kindest self. Yeah, that makes sense. I feel like we're at a point where you have judged yourself and judged yourself and judged yourself, and it's time to just let yourself be yourself. Don't hide. Don't hide. We have lighten up on the bottom. Yeah, don't hide. It's time for you to be out in the world. It is time for you to be seen. It is time for you to be heard. It is time for you to be noticed. So if you want your abundance, you might want to get out there. Post. If you're posting, or like, I don't know, maybe posting is just the way to go, regardless of what you're doing here. But either way, once again, my name is Tori. I'm here at the Imperial Media Network. It was a pleasure doing this reading for you guys. And as always, go give it a like. You can share it, as well as follow me on all of my socials, Imperial Media Net. All right, now that's TikTok, Facebook. Well, not Facebook. TikTok, Instagram, and what is the other one? Oh, YouTube. You can also find me on Patreon, which if you want to become a patron, it is free to join, but there are also tiers. We'll talk about that on a later date. As well as there is a Calendly link if you'd like to book with me. Just go ahead and give my Instagram a message, and I will send you over that Calendly link. We can schedule together and go from there. Now, I don't even know if I can say that on the YT, but either way, link in bio. All right, I will talk to everybody later, and as I always say, stay divine and stay right.